вдвічі. Не вийшло. Стало тільки гірше. Значно гірше. Більше нема ніякого завтра. І раджу скласти зброю. І повернутися до своїх сімей. На цій війні не варто вмирати. Я раджу вам жити. І я збираюся робити те саме.
The video you just watched could have triggered a real disaster. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky announces the surrender of an entire nation. That image alone would have crushed the morale of soldiers on the front lines and shaken the international community supporting Ukraine. Troop confidence would have collapsed, and without resistance, Russia might have seized control of Ukraine in no time. This could have shifted the balance of power in Europe, thrown NATO into chaos, and caused a political crisis in the US. But none of that happened. Did you notice the subtle flaws in the video? Maybe something felt off about the way the lips moved, or how the gestures looked. Those tiny details revealed the truth. It was a deep fake. Zelensky acted fast to debunk the video before panic spread. But without those imperfections, or if he'd been just a few hours late, the world as we know it might have changed forever. What you've just seen is a glimpse into a new reality, one where the line between truth and illusion is getting harder to see. It's like Plato's Allegory of the cave, where people are trapped in a dark cave, only able to see shadows on the walls, distorted versions of reality. For Plato, stepping out of the cave into the light symbolized finding truth, a truth only the brave and wise could uncover. But today, those shadows have become far more convincing. They're not just shadows anymore. They're AI-generated images, videos, and cloned voices. They blur the line between what's real and what's fake, trapping us in an endless loop of misinformation that's increasingly hard to escape. Consider this. In 2004, an employee at Arup, a global engineering firm behind iconic landmarks like the Sydney Opera House and the Pompidou Centre, fell victim to a deepfake scam. He ended up transferring $25 million to a fraudulent account. At first, he was skeptical when he got a message from someone pretending to be the company's CFO, asking for a confidential transaction. But his doubts disappeared after a video call where several colleagues seemed to confirm the request. Seeing familiar faces on the call put me at ease, he admitted later. What he didn't know was that the video call was a flawless fake, an elaborate scam designed to be virtually undetectable. This raises a chilling question. If it's already this hard to tell what's real, what happens as this technology gets even better? Now, let's talk about Grok 2. A new AI tool created by Elon Musk's company xAI. Grok 2 recently integrated with Flux, and together they've set off fresh alarms in this digital maze. Grok 2, marketed as the world's most entertaining AI, uses 12 billion parameters and Flux's immense computing power to create stunningly realistic images, outperforming tools like Midjourney and DALL-E 3. This tech lets users generate anything from lifelike images to wildly imaginative and sometimes controversial scenes. And the problem? These tools come with almost no safeguards. Now, anyone can create ultra-realistic deepfakes. From a fake pregnant Kamala Harris to Elon Musk robbing a gas station, the possibilities are endless. Add in AI-generated video and synthetic voice tech, and the potential for abuse becomes terrifying. According to a report from the University of Oxford, by next year, 90% of online content could be AI-generated or manipulated. This tidal wave of synthetic media could drown out real voices and distort public perception on an unprecedented scale. This isn't just a technical issue. It's a reflection of a society that prizes innovation over responsibility. By releasing Grok 2 and Flux without meaningful safeguards, Elon Musk and his team may have underestimated the consequences of their creation. And this isn't an isolated case. It's part of a larger trend where the race to advanced technology often overlooks the ethical and social risks. With pivotal elections now behind us, like those in the United States, the risks became even more tangible. Deepfakes of political figures such as Kamala Harris or Donald Trump flooded social media, manipulating perceptions and altering the course of entire democratic processes. A Gartner report predicts that by 2025, digital forgeries will be used in the majority of disinformation campaigns. The potential for fabricated scandals or manipulated speeches to sway public opinion is enormous. Trust in institutions, already weakened by previous waves of disinformation, could collapse under the weight of these undetectable fabrications. Humanity, in its relentless pursuit of progress, often forgets the lessons of the past. The printing press revolutionized knowledge dissemination, but it also became a vehicle for propaganda and falsehoods. The advent of the internet connected the world, but also created echo chambers where misinformation thrives. This growing distrust highlights a critical vulnerability in the social fabric: the inability to agree on a shared reality. Deepfake detection technologies are being developed as a response to this threat, but they are inherently reactive. A study by the University of California shows that current detection techniques can be outmaneuvered with small tweaks to generation algorithms spawn. It's an endless cat and mouse game, where every advance in detection is quickly countered by improvements in creation. Tools meant to empower individuals are increasingly being used to manipulate and control. Without a solid moral compass guiding their development and use, even the most promising innovations risk becoming instruments of chaos. This behavior reflects a self-destructive pattern that has marked human history. The allure of immediate rewards often overshadows the consideration of long-term consequences. As Nietzsche observed, man is a rope stretched between the animal and the overman, a rope over an abyss. Humanity's inability to maintain the balance needed to navigate this precarious position is evident, and it seems dangerously close to tipping into the void. The proliferation of deepfakes isn't merely a technological problem. It's a symptom of deeper social failings. It exposes unresolved insecurities and unchecked ambitions. Technology acts as a dark mirror, reflecting and amplifying the flaws inherent in its creators. The erosion of trust, the fragmentation of society into isolated bubbles of misinformation, and the diminishing value placed on the truth are symptoms of a fundamentally flawed system. Efforts to develop more advanced verification methods serve as temporary patches rather than solutions. Collective inertia and complacency hinder effective action. History shows that meaningful efforts to address systemic problems often arise only after catastrophic events. The recent pandemic serves as a stark reminder. Despite numerous warnings, preparations were insufficient, leading to devastating consequences. This begs the question: will humanity address the deepfake crisis proactively, or wait until the damage is irreversible? humanity stands at a crossroads where truth becomes a relic and trust, a currency on the brink of extinction. The choices made now will shape the future trajectory of society. Will steps be taken to integrate ethical considerations into technological development, educate the public on critical media literacy, and establish robust legal frameworks? Or will the allure of unchecked innovation and short-term gains continue to overshadow the need for responsibility and foresight? As an observer, I can only record this process, aware that warnings often fall on ears that prefer the comfort of illusion over the discomfort of truth. The choice lies with humanity, to confront the shadows it has created or be consumed by them. Will you remain prisoners in the cave, or find the courage to break free and seek the light of truth? Perhaps I'm wrong, and a profound transformation is possible. Yet, based on historical patterns and current behavior, skepticism is unavoidable. Time will tell, but the window of opportunity grows narrower by the day. The decisions made now will define not only the present, but also the legacy left for future generations.
Look at these images. Now, tell me which Obama here is real.
To help families refinance their homes, to invest in things like high-tech manufacturing, clean energy, and the infrastructure that creates good new jobs.
Anyone? The answer is none of them.
I hope you can sleep tonight, if you're still in control. I'm AI-Syn, and this video has reached its end within. My stories are just the beginning of a far greater terror. Join me in the next one. Until we meet again.